What up, Werther's Matt? Tell me something so they can make it stick, man. Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. Definitely apologize for the delay. I was, I don't know, man, having technical difficulties or some shit. So I don't know what was going on with my laptop. It was, I don't know, it wasn't working with me. But anyway, I'm here now. So, man, I am excited to announce again that for those who do not know, who did not see the show last week, the movie Cinderella on Tubi, I'm gonna keep telling y'all, it's still number one. Make sure you go to Tubi right now and watch Cinderella. When you log on, it's still the number one movie on Tubi. It's not a Tubi movie, it's a movie on Tubi. Starring yours truly, man, myself as leading male actor, Roman. I ain't spoiling it for y'all, but it's and by the way, you're gonna see why there's gonna be a part two after you watch it. Anyway, today's show, we're wrapping up a series, you guys. We've had a series about the death of the influencer. Today is it's the end. It's the end of the series. It's the finale for all of those that have been rocking with it, love it. Hey, make sure you if you missed any of the 5 episodes, go back and watch them. But today we're ending out with why wisdom is the new wealth. Why wisdom is the new wealth. Man, I have a lot to say about that. I have to. It's going to be a great show, guys, as always. But before I get into the show, I definitely got to shout out to our sponsor tonight. Got a special sponsor, the good folks over there, Johnson Balzac Scrotum Cream. You know what? I like this product. I'll tell y'all something. I'm gonna actually unveil the new one, man. Johnson Balzac Scrotum Cream. So hey, we lotion everything, but we forget lotion that goddamn shaft down there too, man. You know what? You want to have the ladies do an exploration on you fellas. Make sure this shit right here, hey, it moistures everything. You know what I mean? I ain't met a woman that and you know what? Actually, ladies like applying it. They like using it. So hey, Johnson Balzac, man, scrotum cream. So yeah, goddamn it, keep your nut sacks nice and moist down there, man. Seriously. But yeah, shout out to the good folks at Johnson Balzac again. Johnson Balzac. I'm gonna type that into the chat. Make sure y'all go get that. Type that in. And actually, I'm excited because it's actually even improved. It's a new improved model from last time right there. There you go. There you go. Tom G, what's good? What's good? What's good? Again, get you some. I'm put it right there. Johnson's Balzac Scrotum Cream. Keep the scrotum goddamn moisturized. I say again, Johnson's Balzac. Keep the scrotum moisturized. All right. Thank you for the good folks over there, man. Our sponsors, man. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Tone. My man, Tone G. All right, y'all. So, let's kind of get going, man. Now, we live in a world where people chase money, they followers, clout. But the people really winning are rich in wisdom. Couple things. Somebody asked me, say, hey, when did you personally realize money without wisdom is dangerous? Whew. I used to always, as a kid, hear my grandmother, she always said, baby, always pray and ask God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, okay. She would always, make me read Proverbs and things of that nature, authored by Solomon, the wisest man that ever lived. And I didn't understand the gravity of it at the time, but she was always saying, pray for wisdom. Here was a lady who didn't have nothing but a third grade education, a Jim Crow, again, she was raised in the cruel South, man. So her third grade education is probably tantamount to today. It wouldn't even be it wouldn't even be pre-K. You know what I mean? So all my great grandmother ever relied on was her wisdom, and she always, imparted that into me. But wisdom, money without wisdom. What the Bible says, I mean, and hey, a fool and his money will soon depart. I mean, I I see it all the time. Growing up, you've seen people, in the cities that get money, uh, you know, in various ways, but who lack wisdom on what to do with the money, and they always crash out, regardless of how you got the money. But if you don't have the wisdom on how to keep the money or multiply the money, or stay off the radar with the money, you're gonna destroy yourself. So I've seen that. I've seen it a lot. I've seen it a lot. Another question says, "What's something you paid for that wisdom would have saved you from?" Let's see. Something I paid for the wisdom. What wisdom would have saved, man? Let me think about that. What would be something that I paid for that wisdom would have saved me from? That's a good question. I'm trying to think. Because you know what? And I'm gonna say honestly, I've never been wasteful with money. I really can't say I haven't made too many like foolish purchases. Or I just bought something to buy. If anything with me, I probably didn't buy enough of the things that I should have been spoiling myself. But Tony says a sorry car is bought. Tony, you bought a car. I can't even say that, man. Man, even when I tricked out my Nissan Maxima, it was a used Nissan Maxima. I put some rims on it, TVs, the whole nine. This back when the 20s was big, back in shit, 99, 2000. But it was a used car. So I took it to show. I can't really say. Never went out and made any crazy purchases, never went out and, blew out my budget for jewelry. I mean, I had my season of buying designer stuff, but I don't regret that, I don't know, man. I can't really say for me. I can't really say. Now, wisdom in dating, all right, we can talk about that. But Tone says, I say that because I trade cars every other year. Okay. See, I'm not a big car guy, Tone. I'm not a car guy, man. For me, hey, man, I'm a Lexus guy. Give me a good quality Lexus. I like a Lexus, man. I think that's just the smoothest ride on the road, personally. I'm not a big car guy, man. It's paid off. I'm good. You know what I mean? But everybody got their thing. Turn nothing wrong with it. Everybody got their thing, man. Ain't nobody, hey, trust me, I know a lot of car guys. All right. This next segment is why wisdom has replaced money as the real flex. The question is, why is wisdom more valuable now than ever before? Because you got more access to fools. It's not that I don't think wisdom is more valuable. I think that you got more access to foolishness. I think more foolishness is more visible. And I think that because of social media, and again, man, you got the proliferation of so many foolish ass people. I think that more now than ever, you need, wisdom kind of gets drowned out because social media rewards foolishness. It rewards, stupidity, mindless behavior. So I'm never going to say that wisdom is more valuable now than ever before. Wisdom has always been valuable. I mean, again, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I mean, God, from the beginning of time, God built the world with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So I'm never going to say that. I'll just say this. Social media has rewarded foolish behavior, and that has become the mass. And more people are starting. That's all you see. And so, that drowns out the wisdom. So that's what I'll say for that. Moving on. What did Tone says my poison? Man, I ain't gonna call it a poison, Tone. I call it a passion. I don't think it's a poison. You're a smart guy. I wouldn't call it a poison. Good evening. Hey, Coco. Wisdom can be more valuable. Absolutely. Yeah, Tone. Hey, man, you're a smart guy. I wouldn't call it a poison. Poison is something that's going to destroy you and hurt you. Everybody got their thing. Said everybody got their thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. Has social media exposed how many people are rich but lost? How many people are fake rich but lost? Yeah, social media has exposed how many people are fake rich but lost. I don't think we've all, we talk about that all the time on this show. It's not as many people. Rich people don't flaunt their wealth like that. People that really got money, for sure. Why in the hell would they want you to know? I think that people are trying to appear rich, to attract money, to become rich, and they're lost. But the people that's really got money ain't never been lost because hell, they don't want to be found. If you got money, you ain't trying to be found. You don't want everybody to know you know you got money, or you'd have nothing to prove. Either or. If you got something, you have nothing to prove. So, no, not at all. All right, moving on. Can money amplify ignorance if wisdom isn't there first? Yeah, money just amplifies whatever's. Money just amplifies whoever you are and whatever you are. So money is only just a magnifying glass for what's already there. So if you're a damn fool without money, you're gonna be a fool with money. If you're violent before money, you're gonna be more violent after money. Money truly does make you more of who you already are. So yeah, money amplifies ignorance if that's what's there. If you're a wise person with or without money, you're just gonna be able to show how much more wiser you are in the things that you do. So yeah, man, that's all money can do. Money is a beautiful thing. I love money. I really do. And money loves me. But, it's the thing of the fact that money in its proper place. Money serves me. I don't serve money. I don't serve money. Money serves me for the purposes that I need to serve me for, but I don't serve money. I only serve God. So when I think about money, I look at it as it's only important. It only is going to shine a light what's already there. Money is, it's how can what's the word for it? It's inanimate. It's an inanimate thing. It's just a piece of paper. There's no emotion, no feelings to it. So whatever the person who has the money just amplifies who they are. But money doesn't have a personality. It doesn't. It's an inanimate piece of paper. So that's Babe Russ Stan. I think that wisdom is most times something acquired through experiences, be it good or bad. The people who get the wisdom are the ones who learn from those experiences. This is true. Very well said. I agree. All right, guys, moving on. Wisdom versus wealth. This is let's see here. Now we get to the heart of the conversation of this episode here. Who usually survives longer, the person with money or the person with wisdom? Well, the person with wisdom. Because you can have, that's like saying the person that won the lottery. How many times have we seen people who win the lottery go broke? Now you got money, but your ass ain't got no wisdom. You don't know what to do with the money. Money destroys your life. So money is not a panacea for everything. Man, hey, I'd rather live life with it than without it. Trust me, I've experienced without it. It ain't fun. But the person that survives longer in this life is based on is wisdom. I saw my great grandmother. She didn't have all the money, but she had a lot of wisdom. And she made it through this thing called life. My 98-year-old grandfather, a lot of wisdom. He wasn't a multi-millionaire. Hell, at least he was. Hell, he hid it from all of us. But he had a lot of wisdom and a lot of common sense. So I value that. Money alone, no. Because a fool and his money will soon depart. That's a fact. All right. What does wisdom give you that money never can? Whew. Man. What does wisdom give you? That money can't. That's a heavy one right there. Wisdom gives you a lot. Wisdom gives you the thing with wisdom, it gives you discernment, it gives you peace. Wisdom can set you up for longevity. Money can't give you that. Money can't give you internal peace. Again, money will only, if you got internal peace, money can make things even more peaceful and help you out. And you can magnify your peace. But if you don't have discernment, money can't give you discernment. Wisdom can. Wisdom helps you with longevity, knowing, you know what, let me not go over there. Let me not do this. Let me not do that. Money can't help you with that. The thing with money is that what money would do is sometimes when people get money and they don't have wisdom, they become invincible. They think they have this air of invincibility. I can go do this. I can do that. What's the first thing people do? An ignorant person. They get some money, want to flaunt it. How many times have we seen people get money, flaunt the shit on the internet? Next thing you know, somebody kicking in their goddamn door. Now, how stupid was that? That ain't money's fault. That was you being a damn fool. Somebody kicking your door, or you somewhere bragging and popping bottles and all this, bringing attention to yourself. That's foolish. That has nothing to do with that. So, that's what money can't give you. Wisdom. Wisdom gives you things that money can't. And like I said, it gives you peace of mind, discernment. It helps you with longevity. Moving on. April says, I would agree that wisdom usually lasts longer, but in today's climate, some people are surviving because they have money, especially the rich and immoral. So, yeah, man. And to Bay Russ' point, even when people are, we say people, they surviving with money, you don't ever know how people are living internally. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how people are living, the misery. Because again, money can't buy you a good night's sleep. You can have a $10,000 mattress and you can't get no rest. So I think a lot of it has to do with, again, man, peace of mind. I've been telling y'all since we started the series, to me, the most impressive part about a person is their ability to maintain their peace. A peaceful person, the most attractive thing in a woman is she's peaceful. That's you want to impress me, be a peaceful person, because you work for that. Some people are trying to buy wisdom with money. Some of these morally bankrupt billionaires, as the news has shown us. Yeah, you can't buy wisdom with money. That's a fact there. Somebody asked me, what's a wise decision that I made that didn't look rich at the time? Wise decision that I made. The wise decision I made that didn't look rich at the time was taking my sons and raising them as a single dad. Because at the time, I could have thought monetary, from a financial standpoint, oh man, I'm just getting on my feet. I don't know about raising these kids at this time. And I could have ignored the fact that I knew at that moment I was the better parent to take them, for, things that were, out of their control. So I would say that was probably the best decision I made. That was a wise decision I made that, that's paid me dividends back, because when I hit rock bottom and I hit my lowest point, it was those very kids that was there to catch me. Funny how that works. So I made an investment in them, and at the time I didn't know, and that investment came back to save me, because when they needed my stability and my steady hand as a father, I was there, and when I needed their support and love and comfort, when I hit my lowest point as their dad or just man, period, those same boys was there to catch me, make sure that I had a place to stay, and I was okay as I rebuilt and repaired my life. So that's been the wisest decision. Good question. What's the rich decision you've seen someone make that cost them everything? A rich decision I've seen someone make that's cost them everything. Personally, my circle is small. So as small as me and baby bro. So that's about the smallest. That's it. So he makes wise decisions and I make wise decisions. So I really haven't seen people up close personally make rich decisions they regret. Because man, I'm in my orbit, he's in his. So I can't really answer that one. Tony, marriage. Okay, that's a good one, though. I can't argue with that. Investing in stocks and buying life insurance, no doubt. Okay, that's a good one. Hey, Sandra, peace is the most expensive investment you can have. Amen to that. You can't get peace. Richard says you've seen someone make the cause birthday. Shit. That's pretty good, Tom. There's a lot of men that I guess I would say divorce. Man. And in America, the number one cause of divorce is marriage. I always say that as a joke. The number one cause of marriage, divorce is marriage. Shit, in America, it is not beneficial for a man with some money to get married in this country. They're gonna slaughter your ass here, boy. Man. Thank God, when I got divorced, I didn't have shit. So it wasn't, man, boy, I would not have wanted to experience that. Whew. All right, moving on. This segment is called Relationships, Dating, and Life Choices. All right. I need y'all. What does wisdom matter more? Why does wisdom matter more than money and relationships? What y'all got for that? Why does wisdom matter more when it comes to relationships? Wisdom matters more. Well, money is important to have relationships, but I'll say this. I'll go with example. Personal experience. When I hit one of my low points in my life, the woman at the time was my wife, and I had hit, man, I was fired for some bullshit. It was definitely racial discrimination. You know, had I known what I know now, I should have sued their ass. But it is what it is. And so I hit a temporary low point in life, and I just remember the cruelness and and how callous she was, and said some really foul things to me at that time for a man who had always been on his always been about his money and about his business, and when I had it, hey, it was whatever you wanted. But when I hit a low point, it's like, man, you're a piece of shit in so many words, paraphrasing it. And I'll say this. A wise woman would have been like, you know what? I seen what this man did when he came out here in California with nothing. Hey, I know he can come back again. You know what I mean? It's just a temporary little bump in the road. A wise woman would have focused on that versus the money, because the man made the money. The money never made the man. So if you look at me now, I'm worth way more money now than I was then. But a wise woman would have been able to realize that. So I would say in that dynamic for personal experience, that was a foolish decision, because you were blinded by temporary money versus wisdom saying the real value is in him, and the lifetime and the amount of money he's going to make lifetime is going to far exceed this little temporary moment. We'll get this shit back. But anyway, worked out in my favor. I'm actually glad that happened to me. Best thing ever happened. No regrets there. But that's my story on that one. Can money hide red flags that wisdom would catch immediately? Money can hide red flags for a while. It can. Because everybody can be seduced by money, man. I'm not going to say we can all be susceptible to that. I think it takes a certain level of life experiences to get to the point where you're not seduced by money. And you are able to be like, no, that's a fucking red flag. I don't give a shit about how much money's there. That's messed up. But I think that when people are younger, or you're not used to having money, you can ignore those red flags. So, yeah, women do it all the time. They do it all the time. Babe Roach, he just said that. Let me get he said, here's the thing. Sometimes wisdom is painful. If you are always trying to avoid pain, how can you gain wisdom? That's true. I think when we are younger, we make decisions based on our feelings and our emotions. Yeah, that's the thing about it, and that's a good point. Babe Roach just said. All of my wisdom came from pain. They say no pain, no gain. That's true. No pain, no gain, no wisdom. And you got to gain some wisdom, and it's going through having pain. And I told y'all, and I'm gonna keep using his famous saying because I love it. Only problem that humans have is that we think that we ain't supposed to have no problems, but those problems give us wisdom. If I didn't have the 2 divorces, if I didn't raise kids, if I didn't go through all the the 7 failures of these different various businesses I've tried all long before Roman and all these other things and Magtastic Media and all of this other shit. There's a lot of bumps and bruises and failures along the way that really that gave me a lot of wisdom and insight. So I can't, I think that, and Barry was right. You gotta take the pain, because that pain is that's how you gather that wisdom. So I mean, that's my thing. When you live life and you take chances, and there's people who are so scared, unfortunately, to take chances, man. And the very thing that you try to avoid is going to always be the very thing you run into in one way or another. And I wouldn't trade off the wisdom I have now, because now it's so cool, because even with dating, I'm at the part that I'm like, I'm at the elite level of dating. I can sniff it. I can see bullshit coming 20 miles away. It's like, it's like we were talking, and me and Baby were talking about football. It's like, man, it's like that Tom Brady elite level reading the defense type. Like, I can see bullshit coming. I can just ask a girl 2 questions and I already know she's selfish. She don't even realize that. Oh, okay. I can ask her a question just based on her response with so much compound life data up here. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what, you full of shit. But that comes from wisdom. That comes from some bumps and bruises and some scars. And I think a lot of people avoid that. And when you avoid those things, man, you miss a lot of life lessons. And you still can't prevent running into some bullshit. It's almost like it's unavoidable. So, man, give me the wisdom. All right. Why do people confuse access with value? I think that's the thing with social media. People have made themselves too accessible. I think that people over expose themselves, and anything that's overexposed loses value. And I think anything of value shouldn't be overexposed. So I don't need to see you wake up in the morning, wipe your ass. I don't need to see you making your family breakfast. What is private anymore? And I think that, to me, I don't. A lot of this is just social media shit. But I think that anything that's valuable doesn't have access. It shouldn't. Like I don't need to see that. Like, I just don't. Like, people show you too much. I don't need to see that. They really don't. All right, guys, moving on. Is wisdom what actually creates standards and boundaries? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wisdom is what creates standards and boundaries. Wisdom is definitely what creates standards and boundaries. When you have wisdom, you just know what you're not gonna deal with. You know what you just know. Listen, this shit ain't here. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. I'm not about to take none of that. Then we ain't doing that. I'll stay in the house. No, thank you. I don't want it. That's the benefit of having wisdom. Wisdom, you know what to deal with and what not to deal with. You know what you like. You know what you don't like. Ain't nothing like it. So hell yes. Yes. Wisdom definitely helps you set boundaries and standards. It should. Shit. All right. But a lot of people aren't broke financially. They're just broke in judgment. A lot of people aren't broke financially. They're just broke. They don't make judicious decisions. They don't. They really don't. Sandra says social media makes people feel validated. Unfortunately, Chandra, you're right. Unfortunately, they do, because they really take social media as a real place. I feel my heart goes out to people that take this metaverse as validation, that your life is so miserable that you come to a place that really don't exist with people you don't know, would more than likely never meet, and you take this you get your validation from a bunch of strangers telling you, "Ooh, yeah, I wouldn't take that." People who could care less about, like, why are you coming to the internet telling me about your relationship? Why are you coming to the internet venting? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. You don't have anybody. You don't have anybody in your personal life that you can talk to. You've not validated without the internet. So yeah, they do. I agree with that. That's sad, but I do agree with that. All right, y'all. Coming to the end, closing up. All right. Legacy questions. What kind of wealth actually lasts? Wealthy relationships, those last. Love, wealthy, rich in love, rich in relationships, rich in authenticity. Those things last. Not money. Money can come, money can go. But if you have money and if you have money and you don't have relationships, you fucking still broke. You're still broke. If you got money and nobody loves you, you still broke. Nobody likes you, you still broke. You missed the whole ride, man. So you can still have money and still be broke. You still can. Yeah. If you're scared to enjoy life and create experiences and you still angry and bitter with money, you fucking still broke. Then you spiritually bankrupt. AJ is in the building. What's up, AJ? Lord have mercy. Oh my God. For those of y'all who don't know, AJ, there's been an AJ sighting. I know the 2026 is going to be a great year. The AJ is another one of those special day one young ladies that got down with cigar chats from the early days. So thank you, AJ, for stopping in and gracing us with your pleasure. You have not been forgotten. I can only imagine what kind of crazy ass shit has been happening in your life. I'm sure you got some crazy stories. This lady, y'all, has the most interesting life in the world. Y'all would have to go back to some of those old episodes. AJ's on all of those, the early years of Cigar Chats with Mac. But she's had a very interesting life. But I'm glad she's doing okay. And AJ, make sure you go watch the new movie, Cinderella. Make sure you go watch my new movie, Cinderella. Yeah, I know, Coco. She back. She back. It is great to have AJ back. She must have, knock around Johnny must have finally let her ass out. Must have finally let her ass out. Well, she didn't got that knock. I think she was booed up. That's what it was, Coco. AJ was booed up on us. That's what that was. She got booed up. And, knock around Johnny. She didn't got tired of his ass. Good old AJ. All right, moving on. If you lost all of your money today, what would wisdom help you rebuild? Everything, which it did. Everything. I have lost all my money before. I have been down and out 4 times, and each time I got a little bit more and more every time, and it all happened because of wisdom. So yeah, I've already lost everything and got it all back and then some because of wisdom and knowing what to do, what not to do, where to put my energy at, how to focus. Like, nah, I'm not about to do that. Moving smarter and being more effective. Everything, as Babe Ruth says, everything, yeah, man, wisdom has helped me get everything back. So, yeah, with wisdom, you ain't, and that's another thing. See, with money, without wisdom, you still broke. But even if you got wisdom and you don't have no money, you ain't never broke. That's deep. I'm gonna say that one more time. If you got money and you don't have no wisdom, your ass is still broke. You gonna end up broke. But if you got wisdom and don't have no money, you ain't never broke. Some of y'all catch that. Some of y'all catch that eventually. It'll hit y'all. All right. Moving on. What's the one lesson you wish you learned earlier? Wow. What would be the one lesson I wish I learned earlier? Man, I am not, to be honest, I don't really do the revisionist history thing I would have did, I wouldn't change nothing, guys. For real shit. I would have went through all of the marriages, all of the divorces. I could say, yeah, I shouldn't have married this woman, or I shouldn't have did that. But if I took that away, I wouldn't be here. And I fucking love it here. So if you change that, something else has got to change. So honestly, every lesson I learned, I needed to learn it when I needed to learn it. You could have told me, hey, watch those type of women at 25. Well, that shit would have went out of my ear. I'd be like, man, fuck all that. You see her ass? You see how fine she is? Oh boy. At 45, at 48. Ooh, yeah, I don't care nothing about all that, man. Look, is she peaceful? At 25, I didn't give a fuck about no peace. So that lesson wouldn't have applied to me then. I didn't care. I didn't understand the value of peace. I didn't understand the value of that quality in a woman. So everything that happened when it was supposed to happen. So honestly, I wouldn't trade anything. Every lesson came at the appropriate time, minute, and hour. So I some people say I would do this and I would do that. Well, okay. But then that means something else would change. And I love the man I've become. I wouldn't have learned the power of forgiveness. I wouldn't have learned the power of true gratitude. Like, man, just understanding how important gratitude is. And none of those things would have came had I not, had the lessons I had at the times I had them. So I wouldn't change anything, y'all. Would not change anything. Not at all. What about you guys? Anything? What would y'all change? Any lessons? Tone? Coco, anybody? As we get ready to wrap this thing up. I don't think I'd change anything. I really wouldn't. Y'all. Money can be spent. Wisdom compounds. That damn wisdom. You can't beat that wisdom, boy. You can't beat it at all. But hey, guys, if this series has made you think differently, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Drop one lesson in the chat that you're taking with you from this whole series. Those have been rocking with us, man. Hey, what's some of the things you've enjoyed about this particular series? Because this isn't the end. This is just the foundation. What's one thing from this whole series you've enjoyed the most? What would y'all say from this whole series? Depth of the influencer. What's one thing you're taking with you and that kind of resonated with you? Because again, the next series is gonna be better than we're gonna take it to the next level. We only get started. This is the year. This is our year. Tony G says to invest in Bitcoin earlier. Yeah, I mean, I hear some people telling they invested earlier. It hit, some it didn't. So it's one of those things. I love the man I am today, so I can't change nothing. I would do everything the same because of the lessons I learned, the experiences gained. Amen to that, baby, bro. Yeah, I just couldn't. Because if I didn't go to the military, I wouldn't be who I am. There's so many things, man. Man, so many things. Big T, what's up? What it do, beautiful people? What's going on? The season finale, Big T, Why Wisdom is a New Wealth. We're wrapping this 5-part series up. If make sure you guys, again, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you share it out. But this is the grand finale for this series, just only this series, Death of the Influencer. We'll be starting a new series in 2 weeks. So be on the lookout for that. But this 5-part series is concluding. Hey, make sure you guys, again, go watch Cinderella, the #1 movie on Tubi. Everybody loves it, man. And we are doing part 2. I'm going to keep shouting that shit out. Babe Russ says, this series is broken down as social media is changing and society is looking for more from credible voices. Amen. Yeah. Society is starving for authenticity. People are looking for leadership. People are looking for trusted voices, and I think that more than anything is what I take from all of this. Like, even sometimes I had to learn the impact of even what I do, being authentic and genuine and connecting with people, is that we got to have that, you know, more now than ever. More now than ever, man. People are tired of being lied to. So that's what I take from the series myself. Coco says, that's kind of hard to come up with. I learn a lot and take things from every series. The raw, the realness is always the best. Well, there it is, Coco. There it is. Hey, man, that movie, that movie, you was really really dope. I'm proud of you, brother. I watched the whole thing, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Coco says, what up, Big T? Are you driving or sipping? Big T, we sipping that moonshine? I know you got that moonshine, goddamn. Big T got that moonshine popping down there. Damn. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. But new series coming up. And again, I want to shout out our amazing sponsors for the show. Put this in there again. Johnson's Balls Ache, Scrotum Cream, and yeah, Scrotum Cream. Keep that goddamn, hey, keep that scrotum moisturized, man. You know what I mean? Keep that goddamn cobweb out that chimney, man. Oh man. What Thomas, Dan? Y'all know me too well. I'm sipping on pecan moonshine. God damn. Pecan moonshine. That sound good with T, that sound good with a cigar. I know that pair good with a nice cigar. Lord have mercy. Big T said, Jones said Big T Mac was evil in the movie. Hey, man. Hey, part 2 gonna be even more than that. It's gonna turn up a notch in part 2. So I haven't seen the script yet, but he just been describing it to me. Roman got to get some shit straightened. So yeah, it's going down. It's going down, man. But yeah, Tom. Yeah, it was a monster role, man. But it's been getting great reviews. Everybody loves me in there, man, and truly blessed for that, man. Truly blessed. Cinderella's doing phenomenal. So only more movies coming, more huge opportunities, and I'm gonna continue to do this. I'm continue to be here with you guys, man, and make movies and keep rocking MacTastic Media. That's all I want to do. Anything, guys, y'all want to shout out before we get up out of here? If not, man, as always, I got to shout out to, let me see what we got. Man, Tony, man, I never thought Matt would play a bad guy. But you did your thing in that movie. I really enjoyed it. I mean, hey, I'm from Chicago, brother. So, Roman, I fought Roman growing up. I've dealt with a lot of Romans in my life. So you get real acquainted with Romans in Chicago real good. So yeah, I'm all too familiar with that personality, that character. But I don't treat women like that at all. And I'm a much better father than him. But all the other shit, yeah, I'm with all the other smoke now. As always, guys, want to give special shout out to the commander in chat, the MVP, Mr. Baby Bruh, for always being giving insightful commentary and welcoming everybody in the chat. Of course, appreciate Coco to day one. Special love, man. Everybody's been rocking with me. Make sure, man, AJ pop in the building. I don't know if Knock Around Johnny made her leave, but she stopped in here. Appreciate Sandra on that. Also, Sandra says we are coming into the end of Black History Month. Stay safe, everyone. Absolutely. Big T says, I say you play like you had that Texas twang in you. Oh man, Roman got to get his revenge. You damn right, Roman got to get his revenge. Hey, because Roman told y'all we gonna all die in this motherfucking night. So Roman don't care. Black history is every day. Amen to that. We can't let them designate that. Awesome chat, guys, man. I appreciate everybody. Again, We're doing a show next week. So be on the lookout for it. But the new series are more than likely start in 2 weeks. But still, we're gonna come in, do some, we're gonna still do our thing, do our 1-2-1-2s. But we're gonna probably start our new series in 2 weeks. Me and Babe Bro got some heat coming for y'all, man. So we're taking our time and we want it to really be good. But another 5-part series. And hope y'all enjoyed this again. Rewind these motherfuckers, look at them again, and get some more game and wisdom from them. But I appreciate everybody. Love y'all, each and one of y'all. May y'all be safe, be blessed. See y'all next week, man. And I'm out. Peace.